Okay, so in this episode, I'm going to share with you how to pick Forex pairs to trade so that you can pick the currency pair that is right for you. We're going to talk about that today, coming up next. So before you even start trading Forex, you need to, of course, pick a currency pair. But the problem is there are way too many currency pairs out there. Then the question is, which one should you pick first? Just follow these three criteria, okay? So the first criteria is you want to pick a currency pair with sufficient volatility. Now, if you're trading a currency pair and then you make a buy, few hours later you open a chart, the price is still there. One day later you open a chart, the price is still there. And then you'll be like, is this going to go somewhere? Or is it going to go nowhere? Especially if you're a day trader, especially if you're a short-term trader, the more you need volatility, but not too much, okay? Not too much. And also at the same time, not too little that the price doesn't move at all. So what you need is, for the currency, in other words, to have a good amount of daily movement. Now, you don't want to trade a currency pair that is way too volatile because you get stopped up really quickly and really often, especially if your stop loss is really tight and especially if you are a short-term trader. So when I first started out in trading, there was one mistake that I made, is that I would go and trade almost all of the exotic pairs. Because you know what, the more pairs, the merrier, which I eventually learned the hard way, so please don't do that, okay? One of the problems with exotic pairs is that not only are they very unpredictable, but they are also very volatile. So how do you find the balance of having a sufficient amount of volatility, but at the same time, not too much? But you know what, if you are thinking back and forth between should I choose major pairs, minor pairs, exotic pairs, go with major pairs first, especially if you're a beginner, you wouldn't go wrong, okay? Now the second criteria is to trade a currency pair which has sufficient liquidity. The higher the liquidity means the higher the trading volume. If the trading volume is very high, it means that a lot of people are trading this currency pair. So in other words, you want to trade a currency pair in which even major trading desks have dedicated traders for that specific currency pairs. For example, I know a lot of prop trading firms, a lot of trading desks, they have dedicated traders just for euro dollar alone. In other words, you want to trade currency pairs in which a lot of people are also trading. Because you're putting a hard-earned money into the forex market, you want to trade a currency pair that is as predictable as possible, correct? The higher the liquidity of the currency pair, okay, the higher would be the predictability. There are certain currencies that you trade for 1 year, you would more or less understand the behavior. How is it going to behave in a trading market? How is it going to behave in a ranging market? Whereas for some currency pairs, when you trade it for one whole entire year, you still be like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. It's like there are certain people in your life, you spend time with them for more than 20 years. Every single time you meet them, they say a different thing, they do a different thing. Then it's like, dude, I know you for 20 years, I still don't understand you at all. Which is my brother. I still love him, okay? Okay, let's just classify the liquidity into two groups, okay? The high liquidity ones and the lower liquidity ones. Now I'm still talking about major pairs, okay? So the higher liquidity pairs, of course, you have your euro, dollar, and you have your dollar yen. Then of course you also have your pound, dollar. Literally everybody trades. Your neighbor trades it, your dog trades it. Whereas for the lower liquidity pairs, you have the remaining few, which is dollar, Canadian. By the way, this is not according to order, okay? And then you have your NZD, dollar. And also your Aussie, dollar, okay? The good thing about trading highly liquid pairs is that people with deep pockets, they cannot make a massive buy, massive sell, and then move the currency pair just like that. But again, with that said, if you are a high risk taker, feel free to trade the lower liquidity pairs. At the end of the day, these are still major pairs. It wouldn't be so illiquid that when you're trying to sell, there's no buyers. Now, the other benefit of trading a currency that has high liquidity is the spread. So the thing is, central banks all around the world, they would hold foreign currencies to support their own currencies. So if this particular currency is used as a reserve currency by a lot of central banks all around the world, then you can more or less say that this currency is safe to trade. Okay? So at the end of the day, which currency pairs to pick really depends on two things. Number one, your risk appetite. Number two, what kind of system are you using? Because by now you already know that different currency pairs require different TP target strategies, require different stop loss, cut loss strategies. And you need to fit the right currency pair with the right kind of trading system. A lot of traders, they start out trading 40 pairs on day one, 50 pairs on day one. Now here's the thing, when you have 40, 50 pairs on your platform, there's no chance you can focus or become an expert in any of those pairs. It's almost like dating 40 people at one time. On Monday, you're meeting this guy. On Tuesday, you're meeting another guy. And it's like you know a little bit about them, but you don't know one person deeply. You know what I'm saying? If you are to pick a currency pair right now, just pick one currency pair first. Be loyal to that one currency pair. Then once you have understand how the currency pair behaves, how the currency pair responds to news events, how the currency pair behaves in the trending market and the ranging market, then you can add the second pair. Now here's the thing, I know traders who trade full time just by relying on one currency, just one. They don't touch any other major pairs. Now as to the top 3 pairs, I would recommend for beginner traders. I'm going to reserve this for the next video. For now, based on what I've shared with you, make a guess which are the top 3 pairs that I would recommend you. Aside from that, if you don't want to guess, let me know down in the comment section below if you have any questions for me. Okay? If you're asking dumb, stupid questions, I have 2 advice for you. Number 1, go do your research. Number 2, stop watching me. With that, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye.